Good morning. Hi. Okay. Well, we're all very excited here today because we're getting our first major snowstorm of the season and of the new year, and woke up to, I don't know, I'd say about 6 inches, and it's still coming down rather swiftly. So I don't know what we're gonna get, but it's definitely over 6 inches already. So we're happy because we don't have to go anywhere. They cancel school, and we generally don't do the shoveling. We'll go out and do a little bit, but the dogs are happy because they love corgis. Most corgis, I should say, love the snow. If you're not a snow lover, I understand, but I still like the snow. You have 10 inches in Medfield. Awesome. Yeah, I don't like to drive in it myself. And I don't mind doing a little bit of sweeping or shoveling. I don't like the heavy duty stuff. We do have a snow blower. But every year we say, oh, we had to get a new snowblower. That thing does not work. And then we never do. So every year we're fighting with that snowblower. Uh, but it's fun. I think it's fun. It's beautiful too, as long as you're safe and happy, then there you go. So how is everybody today? It's Freebie Friday. Can't believe it's Friday. It's actually a good thing that the kids have the day off today because they're just getting back to school, and it was a particularly stressful time for them because a lot of the COVID, Omicron is hitting, and not in our city so much, but a lot of teachers fell ill and haven't been able to go to school, and the kids, it's starting to hit the kids more and stuff. And so I think having Friday off, and I read and I always thought, like, when you get snow, it's good for when you have sickness, like the flu or something, because it sort of just kind of washes some of that stuff off. I don't know if that's just a wives' tale or something, but that's just what I thought. Anyway, today is Friday, which means Freebie Friday. Also, today is the official launch of the January giveaways, and we'll have some viewer mail at the end. So definitely stick around for the whole show if you can. Let's see. Today's Freebie Friday is coming from a freebie, a layered freebie. Some people really love these layered, and I don't blame them. They're really beautiful. This is a layered heart that came from Printable. I always have a hard time with their name, so I'm going to show it to you. It's whoops, not this, not this, not this. It's printable cuttable creatables.com, and there is a freebie. There's a lot of freebies, actually. You were the first person to put the entry in. That's awesome, Dawn. And we'll talk about that in a second. Okay, so printable cuttable creatables .com has a number of freebies, but the latest freebie that they have, well, not the latest now, look, I see a new one, is this layered Valentine heart, and it actually comes with or without the arrow. But if you have a chance and you're there anyway, you can see all of the lovely freebies. I'm eating more whole foods. Don't do not judge me. Do not judge me. But there's some really nice ones and some seasonal ones as well. But this is the one that we're going to do. So if you are brand new to your Cricut or you've never done this before, this is called an SVG. SVG simply stands for scalable vector graphic. It's a really fancy term for an image that can be changed from small to large to small again without getting distorted. Okay. And there are lots and lots of websites on the internet that offer free and also paid SVGs. And on Fridays, we go looking for some cool freebies. That's why we call it Freebie Friday. And today we're picking this website. So there are a bunch more, and we show you at least one every Friday. And then I'm going to show you how to complete a project with the freebie that's offered. So this one that we're going to do is a layered Valentine heart. So you can see this is what it looks like. And actually, I'll click on this. You're going to actually get 5 layered images. They come in one file, but you'll see there are 5 separate layers of the heart without the arrow and the heart with the arrow. I'm going to do the one without the arrow, but you can do whichever one you want. I'm also going to frame mine, and I'm going to use these little double-sided foam squares to give it some definition, and I'm going to put a little bit of vinyl on the outside of the frame. Okay, but I just wanted to tell you, if you're new, this is what we do on Fridays, and this is how you do it. You would go to their website, you choose in this case, you choose none for the license type because you're just an at-home crafter, and then you add it to your cart. Once you add it to your cart, you might need to create a an account with these people. No biggie. They just send you an email every once in a while, and you put in your email address, that sort of thing. And then you place an order. You have to check off a box here, but you place an order. Once you place that order, you then have to bring that graphic that you just purchased for free to your computer or whatever device you're working on. So this can be done on your home computer or your laptop, your cell phone, whatever. You're going to download it. And so here is my download. You see there's the name. I have 5 downloads remaining, and this expires on April 7th. Sometimes they do this, sometimes they don't. It's just to sort of limit people from overdoing it, I guess. And then here is the download. Oftentimes the download comes in a zip file, which is fine. It's just an extra step that you have to take to download it. So I'm going to check that off, and I'm going to hit this little hyperlink, and you'll see on my computer it usually shows downloading. Let's see, it's not showing. Why is it not showing? But it's just taking its time, I guess. But it downloads to my computer, and here is my download file. It's very big right now. And you'll see here it is, layered Valentine hearts. So this is the download file, which is right now. Now it's down the bottom. So once you've downloaded it, you're going to go to your Cricut design space, and if you have something there, make sure you save it and start new. So here we are starting new. And then what we're going to do is go to upload right here. And this is where you would bring something that's been downloaded into your design space. So you have to download it and then upload it to design space. Once you download it and then uploaded it, it does stay in this recent file, which you can be really careful and delete all these if you want to. I have a tendency to delete some of them sometimes, and others I leave them here. But you can see I have like 1,600 different uploads. No big deal. So what we're going to do is hit this button that says upload image. Okay, so let's do that. And you'll see here it says drag and drop the files, or you can browse. So if you wanted to drag and drop, you would have to sort of make your canvas smaller like this. And then you can open up, say, this and make this smaller like this. And then you can drag and drop. So for instance, I could go find my layered SVG, and I'm going to go to the SVG, and then I would just drag it here, just like that. And so upload it. Or if you don't like to do the drag and drop, let's upload this. You can do it the old way, or the old-fashioned way. Upload, browse, open up your downloads file, find it in the downloads file, and then open it. And that's what I'm doing here. But this is a quickie one. Oh, Eileen, you're so wonderful. Isn't it the nicest group? Oh, if you are brand new, definitely Eileen, our old friend Eileen, says if I haven't told you lately, you are the most friendliest, nicest group on YouTube. And being here is like a warm hug. And I totally agree, Eileen. I say that all the time. That's what makes this group so much fun, is you guys. So, because there's plenty of people who teach this stuff, but I just love to have you guys here with me every morning. All right. So we would just go ahead and then open it up here. This is my downloads file. And I'm looking for, is it here? Nope. So whichever way you want to do it, it is here for you to do. Okay. So once you have it uploaded, it will appear here, and you can see I have it here and here. I don't know why it's different there, but I'm going to open up this one just so you can see all the different layers that are available. Now, I decided for me, I wanted to do this, the one without the arrow. So I'm going to ungroup this, and I'm just going to hide the arrow. And then I have this, which I can make bigger, but when you do it, it makes the screen awful big. So what I like to do is I like to just hit ungroup, and then I gather them all together and align center. So while I do that, that allows me to see the entire thing on one screen. So here is my 5 hearts. You see, this one here is just a plain old heart, and then there's this one that has a few cutouts, and this one that has more and more, and then this top one even more. So this is how you would cut it out, and you would probably figure out what size you're going to cut it at. For me, I cut it at about 6.5, and I'll tell you why. I think I cut it 6 or 6.5, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I have this this frame. Let me show it to you. Okay, so I have this frame. This is from Michael's. It's called a shadow box frame. You can buy them like sometimes you can get them for like 3 for $12. They're a really good deal. I think around this time of year they do a frame sale. And this is an 8-inch frame. However, there is, there are the sides here. So when you're designing, you're going to design for inside of the frame. So it's an 8-inch frame, but I want to fit my heart in there, and I want it to have a little bit of room around there. So I'm going to make it about 6 inches, and I'll tell you how I kind of figured that out. So here's the 6 inches, and what I'm going to do is insert a shape. I'm going to insert a square. And then I'm going to make the square, let's make it 7.5 inches, because this is just for us to sort of kind of look at it. So here is a, oops, I forgot to group this together. Let me group it. Hold on. Align it, center, group. Okay. So here's my square, and that's just going to sort of give me the illusion of what it's going to look like inside of my square. And actually, I'm going to put it, I was thinking about either putting it up here or down here. And then I want to put on the outside, the part where there's glass, I'm going to put just love. I started thinking, well, I could, get something fancy, but I thought, you know what? I think something just that's very basic, that just says love. After all the fancy, frilly, glittery, and gold stuff that we had just recently, I thought, let's just do like the typewriter type of saying. So here I'm going to turn my square white, and I'm going to just find a font that looks like a typewriter font or typing font, and put in love, and cut that out in vinyl. So what I'm going to do that is I'm going to go over here to text, and I am going to type in my word. I'm going to do all lowercase love, just like that. This isn't the, I mean, you could use this, but it immediately goes to Cricut Sans, which is just like sort of the default. But I want to look for a typewriter font, so I'm going to use that down box. Did you see me do that? So once I have it in here, I'm going to use this right here, this little down arrow. And I'm going to type in, these are all the fonts, both my own and the ones from Cricut. The ones from Cricut have the A right there. So that if you are an Access customer, you subscriber, you would be able to use that font. Also to point out, because especially if you're new, these are all kerned fonts. You see this is checked off. Now, not all free fonts are kerned, and kerned just simply means that they are the space between the letters is like justified. So before we had kerned fonts, the letters would appear very much sort of separate, especially on cursive. It was very noticeable. So they added kerning, and they have it listed as a default. If we chose to uncheck this, you would see more fonts, but they would be fonts um, that were not sized appropriately when you type them out. Okay, that's sort of an easy description of what kerning is. So I'm going to type in up here in the search box. I'm going to type in the word type, because I'm thinking I would like something that looked like a typewriter, you know? And I do find one here called Typewriter STD for standard regular. So that is an Access, and it says single layer cutting. So that's what I want. I'm going to choose that. I just have to click on it. And when I come back to my screen, there it is. It looks like a typewriter cut. Now I might want to make a change, make it bigger or smaller. I don't know what you guys think. We could put it on the top or the bottom, this sort of thing. All right. And I think that this, as a sort of an end product in my frame, is going to look really nice. This is a super easy. Oh, you need move the camera up. Okay. Sorry. Can you see? Thank you, Loretta. Um, So I think this is it's a simple and pretty way to display our fancy heart. Now, as far as the fancy heart cutting goes, I wanted to show you what paper I used. I used two types of paper. So I cut this out 4 times, and I wanted to see if it would cut out on 8.5 by 11, which it did. And then I also used some of this paper. Let me go grab it. Can you guys see now? Okay, good. So sorry I didn't grab this before. But I was cleaning yesterday. So but I was cleaning yesterday. So I have over the Christmas holidays, I did get a bunch of this. This is Park Lane precision cardstock, which I think is made by American crafts, but it doesn't say there. But it anyway. It has a nice. You can buy these in different. Uh, I don't know, themes, and the one that I used was I think it was a Valentine's Day theme. This one is called Celestial, but you basically get 60 sheets of a nice textured paper that really cuts well, and it shows you here on the back, shows you how it cuts, and then also tells you which here that you can get. You can also use the 8.5 by 11 inch paper, or if you wanted to, you could use a just whatever paper you had. But when you're doing these, you have to kind of basically come up with 5 different colors that are like an ombre type of thing. So here is how this worked. I used this dark red, or this regular Valentine red, and then this deep, almost watermelon pink. And then here's where it got a little fuzzy, because look at these two pinks, right? But it's what creates sort of that beautiful detail of cutting. Now, the Cricut does this very nicely. However, I would suggest that you cut it on the correct setting. So let me show you what that correct setting would be. So let's say we're all set. We're going to go hit make it. And here we go. Now, I always cut things 2 at a time. It's just my nature. And here's my vinyl, and then here's my two of each layer. Okay. So if you notice here, if you have an 8.5 by 11 inch piece of paper that you're cutting from, you may need to squish it a little bit up here, because we don't want to cut off anything when you do an 8.5 by 11. You could go ahead and choose 8.5 by 11 here, but I think it's going to cause problems, which it does here, and then you'd have to just move it. So I think I'll just move it back to my 12 by 12, and then just make sure that I'm putting the paper on. If I'm using 8.5 by 11, I'm putting it on the mat so that it will cut out all completely on the 8.5 by 11. Okay. So that's what this screen is for. And then we're going to hit continue. And when we hit continue, we're going to get to the material setting. Now, this is something that it's sort of kind of not well known. So I like to point this out. But when you're cutting out cardstock, first of all, I call cardstock paper all the time. That's just how I am. So, but when you're cutting out cardstock or paper, you want to, and it's this intricate, you want to find this cardstock for intricate cuts. And it just simply a setting that's going to allow the machine to sort of slow down and cut it out very precisely. Okay, so that's what this does, and I would definitely recommend this setting. Now, as far as the vinyl, I'm just going to use black vinyl, a shiny kind, and this is what I'm using. It's, oh, I don't know, I got this permanent premium vinyl in black, and I just put a little bit onto the mat, and I cut this love out, and I chose the setting premium vinyl, and I always cut my vinyl with a little bit more pressure. It seems to work well for me, but with vinyl you have to kind of come up with the correct setting that works for you. Mine happens to be premium vinyl with more pressure, and that is Cricut vinyl, by the way. So once you have it all cut out, um, you're going to assemble it. So let's come down here and have a look at what we're going to do. Sorry about that. Okay, so this is the assembled version, and this is the unassembled version. So I just wanted to show you. This is with Michael's Recollection smooth cardstock. So it's got a very smooth look to it. You see? It's there's that red, and then I chose these pinks and deeper and deeper, and then I chose this almost blush color, which is very nice. But I kind of liked this, which was that Park Lane, because it has texture to it, and I sort of liked that. So it's up to you what you want to choose, but you can put this together either by just gluing all of these, which you could certainly do, so easy, or you can do what I did here, and that is I use these foam dots to give it even more definition. So that is something that a lot of people do. And you might have seen on like the Cricut group that a lot of people were doing that at Christmas time and everything. So I just wanted to show you how that works. Okay. So and then I have my vinyl over here. I'll show you the vinyl. So in this case, if we're going to use the foam dots or the foam adhesive backed squares or dots, whatever you want to use, you need some of those, and you do not need any glue, which is kind of cool. So we're going to actually start by opening up our layers and looking at it from this end, from the back end. Now, one of the things I want to tell you about these um, these adhesive dots is they do vary, and this is what I've always used, but now I can't find them. It's very thick. It's like, I don't know, about a quarter of an inch, maybe. Looks like maybe a quarter of an inch, and so it's very, very thick, and they're dots, but I actually used them all up, so I went on the hunt for some new ones. These are ones that I found on Amazon, and they're okay. They're okay. And they're also circular. These I found at Joann's, and they're also okay. I'm just not used to them. But what I did notice about this one here is that sometimes when you peeled them off, the backing would peel off with it, and so it wouldn't be sticky. The idea here is that you have two sides that are sticky. Okay, so let's work with these ones because of their size, and we're going to need to get them smaller, but we have to be careful in terms of making sure that stick doesn't come back. So when you the layers that don't have a lot of cuts, you can be more liberal about putting these tabs on there, but as we get closer to the front, we're going to have to be careful because we don't want them to be able to be seen through. You see, like I do not want to put it over where this is, and it gets harder as it gets more intricate. So just be aware of that, and then we'll end up actually cutting some of these. So you put a bunch down. There's no rhyme or reason so much. I like to put a lot down on those, on that first layer, just to kind of give it a nice base, and then uh, we will just peel off. This is what I mean. See, I'm having a little bit of a hard time peeling off the the tape side. So you might need to use something else like I'm doing, which is this, of course. Oh, that one worked pretty okay. All right. So we're going to keep going, and here we go. So while I'm doing this, and I'll show you, I'm just going to keep talking and just show you how to do this. But let's talk about the giveaways. Every month, if you're new to my channel, every month we do giveaways, and this month no exception. That's starting the new year. I give away $500 worth of Cricut product every month, and based on the feedback I got last month, we are giving away 5 BrightPad Go. I don't know if you know what that is, but it's actually a light pad. It's like a rechargeable. That's what the Go stands for, but it's a rechargeable um, light, and you can use it for weeding, tracing, but also for just like general work. I like to use it like at night, because a lot of times, I don't craft a lot at night, because I don't know if I'm just getting old or whatever, but it's just harder for me to see things such as weeding and whatever. So anyway, that's what the Bright Pad's made for, and we will be giving 5 of them away, and there's no purchase necessary. You just simply have to follow me or subscribe basically to my YouTube channel. Right now it says my statistics show that about 60% of the people that watch my YouTube channel are not subscribers. Well, I've made some progress there, because when it first started, it was like about 80%. But I, I would like to reach a goal this year. Actually, want to reach my 20,000 subscriber goal. And even though this is a great small group, it does help me if you are a subscriber. So if you subscribe, then you can put your name in for this giveaway. And what's great is once you've subscribed, you can actually put your name in every day, starting today, every day until the end of the contest. So actually, if you're really diligent about it, we've got some people that do it every single day. It does increase your chances of winning. How do we make the choice? Well, it is a random generator, so it's called rafflecopter, and this random generator basically takes all of the entries and randomly chooses a winner. So throughout the next couple of weeks, pick, I will pick, or the random generator will pick um, winners. And we have 5 of the same prizes. So as the time goes on, if you don't win the first prize, maybe you win the second or the third or the fourth or the fifth. Okay. So there's a lot of opportunity to win. These are $100 tablet type machine tablets that are provided by Cricut. So I want to thank Cricut for this opportunity. We've been giving away Cricut product for several. I was trying to remember when I first started it. I think it was 2018 or 2019, but we've been giving away product for a long time, and it equals about $6,000 a year. Pretty cool. And so I will, from now until the contest closes, I will be posting in the description of the video afterwards. So right now you're not going to see it if you're going to the description because we're live. But um as soon as we end, I will post the link and you can go ahead and be reminded, oh, I have to put my name in today for the giveaway. So, and just in terms of, why do I collect your name? It's just simply to be able to get in touch with you. I do not spam. Um, I'm starting an email list, but uh, it I'm going to actually, I'll talk about that another time, but it's not like I'm going to spam or sell your name or do anything like that. So if you're tired of getting a ton of emails, you won't be getting those from me. Okay, so that is our giveaway for this month. We'll probably change it up next month with a different thing, and we'd like to have a little bit of fun with it. So try to change things up a bit. So as you see, as I'm talking away, I am just simply taking off these, and I want to show you that I did cut these out little pieces because I do not want to be able to see it on the other side. And actually, I see one that is showing right here. So I'm going to have to move that. Let's move it over. Okay, there we go. Well, now look at that. It's well, we're just going to have to get rid of that one. Um, Okay. So once you have them all placed, and you might need to cut them up to do that, then you can take off the other side and then just simply put them on like this. And as you can see, it does get a little harder as it progresses. So you have to be a little bit patient with the process, and use this stuff lightly. You really don't want to see it come through um, on your layers. The last layer I found was better to just glue it on because it is pretty. It's pretty small, but you do you. If you wanna do it with these, go ahead. That's the greatest thing about Cricut. You know what? I was in Home Goods yesterday. Oh my God, I love that place. And picking up some Valentine's stuff. And I got so many really cute Valentine's things. I'm going to make some cookies with these incredible, like, gold sprinkles. I was like, oh my God, gold sprinkles, like edible gold sprinkles. And I was like, that's awesome. So I had to get those. And I was just thinking, you know what? I love my job. I this is such a pleasant thing for me to do every single day, is just to come and talk to you, and to it's just fun. It's just a fun job. I mean, it's technically not a job, um, but it is something I think I ran across something that said, love what you do. Yeah, that's what it said. I was looking at the Valentine stuff and it said, love what you do. And I'm like, I already do love what I do. So I'm pretty thankful for that, and thankful for you guys that make it possible for me to do this because it's fun. All right. And then we're going to put this on. And then I think what we will do is glue this one on here like that. But up to you. You want to not glue it, that's fine. but I think it has enough puffy layers in there to look really cute. All right, so I'm going to just glue this one. I suppose we could also, if we wanted to, we could also put some foam on the back where right before we mount it onto the frame. So let's have a look at that when we open up the frame. Now, as far as the frame is concerned, I thought long and hard about um, should I put some sort of fancy kind of paper for the background? And I thought, you know what? I don't think so. I decided that I wanted to make that heart look like really this focal point. So I decided to just use white paper, and then plus, remember, we're using that this is my vinyl cutout. We're using that typewriter. So it's like we're looking at a typewritten uh, page. Okay. So, because it just says love. I was thinking, I probably should have put a period in there because that would just be kind of fun. But that's up to you what you want to do. But there it is, love. Let's get our frame. Okay. Now, you could cut the background on this on your machine, but I didn't think that you needed to do that. So I'm going to use this cutter. It's a trimmer. I love this. It's by Cricut, but you don't have to buy the Cricut one. And I'm just going to take and cut this at 8 inches. This is 8.5 by 11. I'm going to turn it this way and make sure that I cut off that extra 1/2 inch. All right. But again, whatever your preference is. Then we've got our frame, and we're going to turn it upside down and use, especially if you have nice nails. I got my nails done yesterday. So if you have nice nails, use something like this, a weeding tool, or even scissors to open up your frame all around. Again, this frame came from Michael's. So you'll see when you turn it around, this is the actual frame. There is the glass, and then there's this little spacer. So we're going to put all that back into the frame itself. And then we're going to take our background. If you want to, this seems a little bit bigger. So if you want to, you can just sort of trace it or make sure that it's a little bit bigger here. Maybe I did it too fast. So I'm going to trim it up just a tiny bit so that it doesn't like get weird on my, there we go. Okay. Now I could, if I wanted to, I could either glue this in there, but you actually kind of don't need to. It stays in place. So then we can take our heart. And remember, we want to put that love at the top. So, or at the bottom. I think at the top. So we're going to want to mount this a little bit lower so you can see that love here. And we could use, and I think I will, we could use those mounting dots. There you go. Just to kind of make it look like it's floating. And we definitely have the space for that here. So that's cool. All right, so that seems like enough. Maybe I need one more in the middle. So this is pretty cool because with just a few sheets of paper and a free SVG, a free image, we're making a framed piece. I'm actually going to give it to my mom because now she's going to want, she has all her winter stuff available. So, it's pretty cheap. The only thing that cost money really was the frame. And I had purchased them ahead of time. So there it is. Now let's take our frame. I should clean this glass, and please be careful. So here's the spacer. You don't need to use a spacer, but I like to use it. And then I'm going to put this here on the back. And I'm going to take my little thing, or I can use scissors like this, or you can use your fingers, but sometimes it can be a little hard to do. Okay. And then let's turn it over. Looks pretty cool, but I still need to put this on here. So I need to get my transfer tape. I cut a little piece of transfer tape here. And I'm going to remove the transfer tape from the backing. I've already weeded my word, or my vinyl. You saw me do that. So this is the transfer tape. We're going to just put that right on top. And we're going to use something like a scraper. You can use like a credit card or something. You even use your fingers sometimes, but we're going to scrape it like that. And I'll lift it up. I like to scrape on the back side too, because what we're going to do is we're going to make sure this lifts just like this. There we go. And let's just put this here. And remove the transfer tape. And there it is. How adorable is that? And you made it. Isn't that cool? I see it. I see a corgi hair in there. So I'm going to have to open it up and take the corgi hair. Although it might be like a little, maybe that was a message my dog was sending to my mother, which is kind of fun. But this is so simple and yet really pretty. Very cute. And so I hope that you enjoy this and you try it, or whatever you want it to be. Obviously you've got to add your creativity to it. Maybe you don't want the vinyl on it, but I think it looks really cool. Or maybe you want to change up the color in the back, or do it in wouldn't it look cool in a rainbow? And maybe like love is love. That would be kind of cool too. So anyway, that is all there is to tell you about this project. I hope that you enjoyed it. I do also have some viewer mail, so let me grab that. Okay, there's sorry. There's more viewer mail that I've been getting, and slowly, I keep finding mail everywhere. It's kind of weird. Like, I think it's because Owen would go to the mailbox um, and just sort of bring it in, and then he just puts it all, wherever he happens to decide. So yesterday I found two pieces of mail in the dining room, and sometimes in the kitchen, sometimes it's in the front room. I don't know. Anyway, so I will get to all of them. So okay, the first one is from Annette Graham, and it is a Christmas card. And look, it is, I think this is a Laurie Whitlock design, which is kind of like a box card, but that opens up like this. I forget what she calls these, a pop-up box card or something. Really pretty, and I love the design. And what I really love is that Annette made this background thing in the back of the card, because a lot of times you're wondering, where do you sign these cards, because it has a cute Merry Christmas here. So I love this idea of printing out and then hand signing the card. So pretty. Thank you very much, Annette. Then we've got a nice snowman from, this is from Anna Griffin. And well, the design is from Anna Griffin. And this is from my friend April Lesnat, who, and she says, pray have a wonderful Christmas. And she used uh, Anna Griffin font. I'm sorry, not font, sentiment. And look at this adorable snowman with all the glitter, because she knows I love glitter. Now, this one really just over and above. This is my friend Babs. She sent me more than one. But this is Gracie Junebug. Isn't she adorable? And look at, I just love that she does kind of like this mixed media type of stuff. And she sends, she takes little pieces and decorates the card front, back, and every which way. And the envelope. Look at the envelope. And then even this, which is just beautiful. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? I just love it. And she even cut out all these little pieces. It's such an art form, Babs. Oh, look at the Marie Antoinette. And I love, love, love. She knows I love vintage. And I just love this technique. We're going to have to get Babs on to talk about that at some point. This is from my friend Bren from Canada. And ooh, I love this green. Ooh, it's a green glitter. And she cut out sort of an oval. I don't know where she got this. Maybe from Bird's Cards. And then open it up and you see, I love this idea where she cut out the Merry Christmas in that green, so it coordinates. Reader and Owen, and of course all the furry family, thanks for all you do. Hugs, Bren. Isn't that adorable? Beautiful card. Thank you very much, Bren. So beautiful. This was when I was sick, or yeah, this is from Darlene. Oh, there's money in there. Okay, thank you. No, yes, this is Darlene. It says, Rita, the encloses a donation to help you continue with your wonderful tutorials. Oh, thank you so much, Darlene. I've learned so much for you. Thank you. Stay well. So here is, what an adorable card. Love, love, love it. Thank you so much, Darlene. I appreciate it. I very much appreciate it. And then this is from my friend Penny Leo. It's a bobblehead. Isn't it cute? Bobblehead. You know what today is? It's National Bobblehead Day. I saw it on my email this morning. I think it was today. And it's Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. May the new year find you lots of great crafts. Lots of great crafts. Enjoy your Cricut Chat crafting friend Penny. Thank you so much, Penny. I love this little guy. And I got a beautiful card from Deborah DeChacha. So nice. And I think there's one more. Yep, this one. This one's from Linda Giola. And it is, look at these cute little, and she put, this is actually vellum that she put in there. What a great idea for an insert card. Vellum. Dear Miss Rita Owen, puppies and family, sending Christmas cheer with love. Your Cricut Chat fan, Linda Giola. Isn't that great? Now, there may be more. And so I want to just like, if you haven't seen yours come up yet, I will go through all of them. I know there's one that Kristen sent me with a barking dog that I haven't been able to get in my collection. I think it's in my room. Yeah, it's Owen brought it to me when I was sick, and he said, "Here's something to cheer you up." And so they're just all around. Sorry about being, you know, uh, disorganized, but that's what happens. Anyway, thank you all so very much. I do so appreciate your thoughtfulness, and it's always so lovely. And I hope you like it that I feature your cards, and they might give you some ideas if they're not your cards. And if you have anything that you like, that you see, that you want me to demonstrate or talk with the original, this bobblehead. I love bobbleheads. Then I'm happy to show them to you, demonstrate them to you. And guess what? We made it through the first week of 2022 without too much incident. And I'm just going to go out and enjoy some of that snow. I hope you are safe and happy, and that you get some crafting in this weekend. I'll see you again on Monday morning. I'm thinking that I'm going to show you how to change a banner, like do a change in a banner that I'm making for my mom, that I think would be helpful, because we talked about this before, but like the placement of the holes in a banner. So I think that that's what we'll be doing on Monday, but we have other crafts coming up, including stuff for the Lunar New Year. And let's see what else. Some birthday things, because it's my mom's 80th birthday next week, and all kinds of fun stuff. Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, all of that fun stuff. So I hope you can tune in next week. And please do not forget to put your name in, and I will be choosing. Let's see, I'm looking at the calendar. I think I will choose next Tuesday. I'll choose the first winner. So the 11th, will choose the first winner of this January prizes, and then I'll sort of scatter them around from there. So definitely get your names in, and we'll see you again on Monday the 10th. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Well, and be safe. Okay, take care. Bye.